Okay, good Saturday night, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. We are under a weather impact alert for the rest of the evening and tonight through about 1 o'clock. Line of thunderstorms is now entering our northern counties with heavy rain, gusty wind. We're not under a severe weather watch as far as a thunderstorm watch or tornado watch, but we could see an isolated severe storm over the next couple of hours as the line slowly moves across the area. Widespread, we're going to see 2 to 3 inches of rain on top of the 1 to 2 that we've already had. Again, this is going to be in effect at least until 1 a.m. in the morning. After that, it should push off the coast. Gusty winds, street flooding. I really think street flooding is the biggest threat we're going to face tonight, with slow-moving storms for the next 3-4 hours moving across the area. If you can stay inside tonight, stay off the roads, do it at night. High water spots become doubly dangerous for everybody. And as far as the impact, street flooding and wind damage are the highest threat. Tornado, large hail, unlikely tonight, but not out of the question. We could see an isolated tornado warning somewhere tonight as well, so we'll be watching for that. Flood watch is in effect across all of southeast Texas through Sunday morning until the rain ends and we get what rain has ended up falling overnight to drain on off. As far as a severe threat, that's beginning to work a little further east. It's a 1 and 2 out of a 5-tiered threat level. It basically means an isolated severe storm is possible, and even an isolated tornado is possible before it's all said and done. It's really street ponding, street flooding, low water spots, poor drainage areas that are at greatest threat for seeing some high water and standing water late tonight. All that being said, there's the radar loop over the past 2 hours, and the leading edge of the thunder showers has been sagging south and east. And so now here it is across the northern, really third of the area. We're getting some new development across Montgomery County right now. And so this little piece of energy is going to be working its way, sagging itself south and southeast over the next several hours. The boxes in white, special weather statements for strong thunderstorms. They're not severe. They're just below severe limits, but they are strong. We outline those in white just to say, hey, yeah, that's a strong thunderstorm, not severe, but borderline. I do see we've got one flood advisory north of College Station where we've got some street ponding and street flooding going on, but that appears to be about the worst of it. And watch how this area right here has just kind of blossomed. Nothing, and then it blossoms here over the last half hour. So instability now increasing across Montgomery County. So it won't be long until this builds and we get new development across Harris County, and then things are going to go downhill weather-wise, visibility-wise, road condition-wise, go downhill in a hurry as that moves in. There's the flood advisory for the Bryan College Station area. They've had heavy rain and thunder for the past hour now, and they're starting to collect on some of the roadways and low water spots. Huntsville, that's a strong thunderstorm for you guys in Walker County. Wouldn't be surprised if you're getting a few high water spots in some of the low-lying areas, low water crossings, especially across rural portions of Walker County. You can expect that to develop across Polk and San Jacinto County here pretty quickly, and Montgomery County as rain is now beginning to expand across your area. Closer view, Huntsville, there's the heavy thunderstorm there. Special weather statement, could see wind gusts to 40 miles an hour out of that thunder shower. You know, if you've got a weak limb that gets a 40-mile-an-hour gust, it could come down. This morning early, we peaked at about 190,000 without power. At last check, we only had a few thousand without power, so they really got it back on. I expect we'll probably have 10, 20,000 folks without power at a minimum with this line of thunderstorms coming through. But the wind energy with this batch tonight, as opposed to this morning's batch, the wind energy tonight is lower. It's not moving as quickly. We're not getting these line echo wave patterns like we had with last night's storms. I do want to take a look at Montgomery County. So nothing severe, but all this rain here has really just developed, just dramatically developed here from Montgomery, Keenan, across the lake to I-45, Panorama Village, north of Conroe, up to the 1097 east of I-45. That's all just kind of developed over the last 15, 20 minutes, lightning and thunder and heavy rain. So this is the beginning of a very wet hour or two for Montgomery County. So if you can stay inside, Montgomery County, stay inside. Heavy rain at night, high water spots again become doubly dangerous. Lightning strikes, been keeping track of it. We're at 280 within this red outlined area. That is below severe limits, but last night around this time we saw the lightning strike count start to ramp up, got above 300, got above 350, got to like 400. That's when we started seeing the severe thunderstorm warnings and the couple of tornado warnings that we ended up having last night. So we're watching the lightning count as well. Future track, I think future track is a little bit ahead of schedule, not by much, so we're close with the modeling. Between now and 9:30, that line of thunder showers basically comes across downtown Houston, the I-59-69 corridor by 9:30. Heavy rain, high water spots in low-lying areas, poor drainage areas. You know, we've got some spots in Houston. We've got one in particular, east side. What is the name of that? Clinton Drive on the east side, where it goes, I believe it goes under some railroad tracks. Notorious for flooding at exactly these type of conditions, and there are a lot of spots like that around town. So at night, when you're got your guard down, maybe you can't see how high the water is. That's why I'm saying if you can stay inside tonight, just stay in. That's 9:30. We'll push forward to 11:30. Leading edge pushes toward the coast. High water spots beginning to develop by 11:30 midnight. El Campo, Sugarland, Pearland, Friendswood, Angleton, League City, Galveston, over into Chambers County, High Island to Winnie. And then after that, the threat for any severe comes to an end pretty quickly. We still have some pockets of heavy rain hanging on 1 a.m., but the leading edge is off the coast. The leading edge is where, if we're going to get any severe storms, that's where they will form. And by that time, by 1 a.m., it's off the coast. That's why we're going to bring the weather impact alert to an end at 1 o'clock, but there may be some lingering rain and high water spots overnight, and then take it through 3 a.m. as the rain comes to an end for most inland areas. So this morning's rain, mainly 1 to 2 inches across the area, but the entire area got 1 to 2 inches, which is, boy, we needed it. So now, from right now through the end of this rain event tonight, you know, we could easily see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of rain across Harris County. We're getting heavy rain right now in Montgomery County. So Montgomery County, Walker County, even though it shows you in the green an inch or so, you're getting your heavy rain right now. So you're going to see an additional 1 to 2 inches there just from the rain that's hitting you guys right now. So a real soaker. So getting up early in the morning, make sure you want to let the sun come up to get visibility in case there are any high water spots on your travels early in the morning. You will be able to see them, and I expect we're going to see some flood advisories issued for southeast Texas over the next hour or 2 or 3 as we get some of that street ponding and street flooding. Extended weather impact alert for the rest of Saturday night. Sunday ends up being a beautiful day. We've got another front coming in on Tuesday, which will give us this rain chance, and then it's gorgeous fall weather, cooler, noticeably cooler north wind. The first real cold front of the fall season comes in. You'll feel it Wednesday, Thursday, and Halloween Friday. Looks beautiful. All right, that's where we stand. That's the timeline that it stands for the next several hours. If you can stay home, stay home. It's 8 o'clock. We are live with our next live broadcast on the TV side. KHOU 11 News at 10. We're an hour long. All your headline sports. I'll have all the models updated. We'll see if anything's beginning to flood as far as roadway flooding tonight. That's live on KHOU 1110 on the TV side. That's on Plus.